got ourselves full 5-man team over on Chillpill's side, with Chillpill's on a Frost Death Knight charging out. The Frosty Death coming for the team 2. On the team 2, we got Jerome going to be trying to see if he can duck and cover behind the pillar. On the team, we got ourselves Olphus, we got ourselves Soulscape on Solaris, we got ourselves Chicago, and we got ourselves Seavark versus team 1 with Cry About It as a Feral Druid. We got Kevin Landers going back in. Oh, that's kind of looking good on Torrent. We got ourselves a Resident, we got ourselves Unused Salt, and it's going to be a quick sap on the Chillpills with immediate condition on Jerome, trying to see if he can get himself an opener. Is that a Resonant Trinket on him? Looks like there is no Resonant Trinket just yet. AMS with Chillpills really early. Out to a quick disarm as he's trying to summon a fresh ghoul by his side. Quick blind on Jerome, should have a stun stacked up, big stun ready to go, big damage on Jerome, does burn a Trinket for it, decides to see if he can maybe escape, try to get himself a sip, pick up cloaker shots, invasion, everything got used all at once, and Chillpill's trying to see if he can chase after him, trying to see if he may be able to get himself a bit of a setup versus the rogue, throwing out the dragon at him. Kid shot on Chillpill's, does burn an IBF for it. Jerome diving into that restyle as soon as his cell dips low. Is playing that Kyrian, does have himself that bonus to pick up, so may be able to use it in order to deal with a Death Knight. And Chillpill's trying to see if he can find Jerome out in the open. Jerome just looking for the resell. Got himself a bit of a shield every time he does himself. If he has any dots on him, could be pretty good. Chillpill's walking on top and does see the rogue for a second, get him out with a howling blast. Kineshot locking down Chillpill's with a Resonant to follow. Definitely needs a defensive for this one. Does get a stun onto Jerome with a Remorse Switcher and stops him. Jerome couldn't even do it much. Can't chain stuns if he stun himself. Disarm on Chillpill's got himself the grippy hand. That's gonna be Trinket for the blind. Does Jerome have himself a full shot? It looks like he gave up. Looks at Jerome, felt like, you know what, outplayed. Well done. That stun kind of scuffed his go. And Chillpills does end up going for a quick grip on his Horus and just try to see if he can backflip out of there. Immovable Force versus Unstoppable Object. Meet in the middle. Gonna be Chillpills trying to see if he can sacrifice a portion of his health, making a deal with Bonsomdi, trying to see if he can back up out of there, playing out through the necrotics. Solaris if they're chasing him fast enough, they may be able to, are you bald? Is that a hair or are you bald? I think you're actually, I thought it was hair for a sec. You're bald. Oh my goodness. I thought it was hair for some reason. I thought it was just like really, really slick hair. That's so weird. I don't know why I find that looks so weird. It doesn't look bad. I guess it's just unexpected. Gonna be Chillpills. Trying to see if he can yoink Solaris back in. Trying to stay in this little dome. his little house, his little home he made of anti-magic zone. Solaris with the Chain of Ice is gonna get yoinked down to the ground and grounded for quite a bit. Trying to go for a bit of a reset away from Chillpills. Got himself a full item. That's gonna be the Aegis, but that Chain of Ice not letting him go anywhere. It's brutal. Gonna be a Trinket with the Darkness. That's gonna be Chillpills trying to see if he can pull him out of there. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Keeping that Chain of Ice rolling. That's gonna be Metamorphosis for Solaris. Trying to hopefully get himself a proc of a Demon Silence on the Solaris. Denied any kind of casting with an I-Beam. Could be a bad spot. Gonna be immediate prison onto Chillpills. As he burns himself a new ghoul, summons it, and sacrifices it immediately. Solaris needs himself a proc of a demon. They need their own demon. They need their own minion spawning in to sacrifice it as well. Chillpill's looking to get him mounted up. Is Crab about to get beat up back there? What the hell is going on? Why are they beating him up back there? You guys are bullying him. You're on the same team. What is going on? Not even letting a heal. Remote switcher for Chillpills as he goes for an interrupt versus Solaris. Trying to see if he might be able to encase him in the eyes. Stun to follow, nothing out. I think it might be over. Chillpills does it. I'm swiping him out. Oh my goodness. Was Seavark gonna be up next versus Chillpills? We're just gonna get slowed down. That's gonna be Seavark not really giving Chillpills an opportunity. Quick yoink into a death strike, but Chill, but a blink out of the mage with a Nova. Gonna be yet another grip, but Chillpills does run double grip. AMS for that poly. That's going to be a big grippy hand. It's going to be a Seavark trying to see if he can escape out of it. All the time he's going to use early, so he may be able to use to reposition. Silence is actually perfectly okay with it. He's perfectly fine with it as long as he got plenty of health. As long as he doesn't die inside of the ult at time, he's perfectly fine. Shooting power not to give himself a little bit of more cooldown. We're actually going to be Chillpills not going for an interrupt on that shooting power. Although it may not be a bad move. Flash cut around the corner, maybe Seavark pokes in and tries to interrupt it. He doesn't, letting Chillpills craft a full shield in order to get himself back up and running. Touch of the magic, gonna be a grip to try to interrupt it into a blind onto Seavark. And Chillpills, is he gonna go for, it looks like he's just gonna evade the damage out of Seavark. He did burn all the time, actually, not all the time, Arcane Power. He just burned full Arcane Power. That's how he's going to bed. Oh no! All his cooldowns out of the window. And looks like Chillpills also taking a nap. For Chillpills, this is just cooldown. He's just getting cooldowns back. But Seavark, he needs to get himself the Night Fae ability shooting power again. Was that a minute CD on that thing? The more he can use it, the better. because that cooldown reduction on the ability is going to be massive. Stun onto Seavark, does save human Rachel, silence to follow, all the time should be able to put him back in a good spot unless he dies right there. Stun right after. That was a really dangerous situation to be in, but looks like Seavark was able to avoid it by a hair. Still no interrupt still no interrupt used by Chilpas. Has an interrupt for this poly in case he wants to decided not to go into an interrupt, decided to just let himself get polyed, which does give Seavark an opportunity to potentially get himself another setup. That should imagine with more arcane missiles. Big grip with the blind onto Seavark. Is there anything you can do in this situation? Full touch of the magic onto Chilpas. That's extra bonus damage, more mana for Seavark. Try to see if you might be able to get himself some procs. Ult time is on him, and Chilpas knows there's ult time on him. He could potentially go and cancel it. Does he cancel it? He cancels it. That's gonna Chilpas kind of waiting out in the open for him. Does give Seavark at least a lot of mobility. Does go for immediate invis, trying to get interrupted. It's gonna be Chilpas still holding on to the interrupt. He's still not letting go of that kick. He was holding on to it until forever. Seavark trying to see if he might be able to break out of these shackles with the ult of time, as well as a soul shape. Full stun on Seavark is gonna be forced to recover in an ice block. This is such a tough situation to be in for the arcane mage, man. It feels like every single time you have a go, Chilpas has that long range grip for you. He's still holding on to his interrupts. He's really putting pressure on you. There goes the interrupt onto that shooting power. Can Seavark really work off of it? Looks like Seavark bails. Looks like Seavark decides to get out of it. Chilpas used whatever is left of Seavark, whatever he had of Seavark in the arena in order to generate a little bit of more runic power. My goodness. I'm so sorry, Seavark. I feel like every time you go up, you always get a Death Knight or a Survival Hunter. Literally every single time. That one time you got a Rogue to duel, but every other time it's been a Death Knight or a Survival Hunter. Every single time. Stun onto Chicago. That's going to be Capacity Totem Reversal onto Chill Pills. Got himself full bar of runic power. 7 minutes in a duel. 30% damp on a big grippy hand for Chill Pills. Try to see if he can crack through Chicago. Going to be a big Kyrian Totem for Chicago to maybe be able to do something. Looks like Chill Pills does focus down the Kyrian Totem, even though for Enhanced Shaman, I wonder if it's actually worthwhile. Silence on the Chicago, strangulated for a moment, denied the healing for a bit of time. Ghost Wolves do join in. Plenty of mana, burning through that mana, trying to get himself a little bit of health recovery. Static Totem doesn't quite catch Chill Pills in there. And that's going to be a big yellow blast over Chill Pills. The more damage it takes from Chicago, from sustain, the further behind Chill Pills is going to be. So it really has to deny any sustained damage and sustained pressure from Chicago. Chicago has a bit of burst, but the build they're going right now is a lot more of a sustain heavy, LE blast heavy build. Absolutely just blasting them out. And Chicago just looking for, what is that LE blast? Is that into the pet? You just blast out his pet? Denying him the heal? Gonna be a full. What am I trying to say? I looked at the chat for a second. I get confused there for a second because there's spam going on. It's a silence out of Chicago from the Morse, which actually Chicago is under pressure. It's yet another stun. What is going on? How do you double stun it right now? Wall for Chicago. Trying to escape. Chilpas does not trap the Death Knight in the Static Totem. Maybe the Death Knight can just walk into the Static Totem. He really doesn't care. That's actually crazy. Chilpas dropping down the AMZ. Wait to Chicago, turn it around. Got himself the big Kyrian heal. Big burst. Chilpas with a death pack. Could be anyone's game at this point. Looks like Chicago stabilized a ton. That Kyrian totem did a ton of healing. It actually is incredible. Wait, Chicago, if you have any more damage, any more healing, that totem got a charge or two in it. You can still use it for recovery. Chilpas back it up out of the complete. The death pack was used to try to see if he might be able to recover. If he gets a perfect blind, perfect stun on Chicago, it could be a perfect opportunity. Does he get it? AMS is up. Trying to use the pest in order to get some resources. Full burst, grippy hand. Unless he doesn't survive this, Chicago better have a go right now. Thunder onto Shield Pills. Doesn't get yoinked back in. Silence is prevented it from healing. Oh my goodness, that is so strong. Oh my god, there's no way you survive a Feral, right? There's no way. 29% dampening. Full bleeds on you. Offense doesn't give you the full berserk just yet. He knows he can probably just whittle you down with normal dots. Does end up taking out. My goodness, boys. With a full berserk, gotta cry about it. Trying to go for the Kyrian burst. Wait, this Kyrian Feral. It's gonna be Offense trying to spawn with a berserk of his own. Does wall this. Cry about it, still holding on to his wall. That Kyrian burst should actually be a lot bigger than Offense's, right? Offense got that Necrolord. Looks like it's going to be Offense jumping into that Resident Chicken, trying to stay in as best as possible. Swarm flying over to cry about it. Does get stunned. That's going to be a trinket. That's going to be cry about it. Trying to see if he can catch back up to Offense. Offense looking for the recovery in bear form. Offense is playing this one out pretty well, by the way. Not bad at all. Big old bite towards cry about it. Trying to see if he may be able to back up out of there. Looking for a Cyclone. Gonna get interrupted. Not much you can really do about it. Has to play defensively. Does still hold on to a wall. Better use it as soon as possible. Does burn a wall. There goes the heal. Oh. Wait a second. What just killed him? Gonna be a full bleeds out of Olphus. Kevin getting hit with a bash up. Olphus getting turned around with a stun. Does Kevin have himself a big go? Got himself that shield of Avengers, which is going to be a little bit less effective with this set of duels. Full thorns out into Olphus. Potentially this could be really, really bad for him. Gonna be Kevin blasting him out with the big hammers. Looking for a bit of a healing recovery. Olphus with the goes behind the pillar, just trying to see if he can stabilize. As we hit in and getting into that 12-minute mark, Kevin is kind of low on mana. Olphus in the cat form should be able to reposition or re-heal. Chilpa's out in the open, but he's dead. Like, so if Chilpa's, if somehow Olphus slams down Kevin, slams down Resident, slams down Underused Salt, then we'll see, yeah? About to see what's going on. Stun onto Olphus. And it looks like it's going to be Kevin taking him out. I was thinking to myself, look at the picture. I was thinking to myself, like, there's no way he doesn't win that, right? There's just no way. There's just no way. But he does end up taking him out. Yo, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel going, boys. Showbiz with a, I think, technically 1v4. He didn't kill Seavark, but Seavark did leave, so does that count? I don't know. That's what you chat. Do you think that counts or not? Let me know. That was a pretty bad matchup, though. Dude, Seavark, every single time he goes out.